I know we were going to talk about this this and again, I want to be careful here because it does ease into another space. But this whole I gotta just throw it out there for a little bit, and maybe we can kick it around this Rivian thing, because this Rivian thing is big, man. So the question is, so first of all, for the people that are listening, again, Rivian and Volkswagen signed a multi-billion-dollar deal, $5 billion deal, whereby Rivian would exchange its technology to Volkswagen, the technology wrapped around its battery capability, its EV slash EV capability, including some of the tech that they have. Which, by the way, Rivian, similar to Tesla, has gone down the path of developing their own bespoke technology when it comes to which is, again, a lot of car, the traditional automotive industry approach is to take technology from other players and not be vertically integrated, right? Which is the other side of the coin that Rivian will get from Volkswagen. They want to get a play where they can be more vertically integrated. So anyway, I'm saying a lot. $5 billion, 5 years. The first $1 billion will be in the form of a convertible debt, meaning that one, Rivian's not giving up immediate interest in their ownership, right. And then two, they're gonna get the cash, and with that cash, they can do a lot more investing. So now the question is, how's this gonna make things different for Rivian to compete with Tesla? And my initial thought is that they are introducing a smaller version vehicle. So they got the R1T, what's the pickup truck like? Yep. They got the R1S, which is like the SUV. Okay. And now they're going to introduce the R2T, which is going to be sort of like a smaller version of the R1T. Okay. Right. The pickup truck. So, and I'll be honest with you, I could be wrong, man. I think I've seen it already. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, the overarching point is that they are trying to do exactly what Tesla did. Because remember, Tesla started with that Roadster, went from Roadster to the Model S. Yep. High-end vehicles, both 6 figures respectively. Yep. Then boom, jumped right into, had the Model X for a bit. Yep. Right, Model X was kicking off, and then moved from Model X into the Model Y and Model 3. Both of those vehicles. So I think that Rivian, while I personally don't consider them as a competitor, I want to see what you're thinking, but they're going to do the same thing I think that Tesla did, is to make those cars, they're going to make their business scalable by making a smaller car at a lower price point. Right.
Yeah, that's definitely some good knowledge there, Sadat. I think that they're forced to do that, right? I mean, they gotta. Yeah, for one, Nick, because the Rivian, those are pretty expensive vehicles, right? They were already more expensive than the 3 and the Y, right? Yeah. And I know that they've had issues with just production, right? Getting them out, right? We've had issues, and is Amazon backing them as well, or no?
You know what? I got to double back. They were, like, to your point. So you had Ford and Amazon. They were tied in with them. I think they had something like overall combined was like 20% ownership combined. Okay. And if my memory serves me correct, Amazon reduced their position, and I think Ford exited their position
out of Rivian.
Out of Rivian, yeah. But I think where you were going is, if Amazon is still tied in, which if they are, that's a big deal.
Yes, yeah. Then they should have the, I would think they would have the cash to weather it out, right? To get it. That's going to be the thing. Can they weather? Yeah, can they weather the storm? right? And if Tesla has 60% of the market share, right? You know, what percentage does Rivian need to remain viable, right?
Right.
You know, and how quickly can they get there? And they've got to take it. You got to take it, or it expands. You know, obviously ICE vehicles, right? You got to convert from ICE to EV,
right?
But yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and to your point, they're not. To your point, your last point, to be viable, you got to be scalable.
Yeah.
To be scalable, I mean, and of course, scalability equals high volume.
Yeah.
So they're not even doing. I don't think last year they did more than 50,000 units.
Oh wow.
50,000.
Wow.
Right. So if they can't break 100,000 soon, gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough, man. But yeah, I mean, my neighbor across the street has 2 Rivians.
Okay.
He let me ride in the R1S that he has.
Okay.
The SUV version. I enjoyed it. It's a nice vehicle, a lot of detail, very luxurious, spacious, has all these features. A radio in the door is kind of weird, but anyway, put a radio in the door. It's got like a little spot for your golf clubs. Got a flashlight, a little secret spot for like a flashlight if you run into issues. And again, super high quality, like leather, everything's there. All the bells and whistles are there. One thing, again, Tesla simplicity. That's value. It's not as simple, I would say, arguably as a Tesla, but nice vehicle. I'll leave it at that, man.
How's the tech in it, Sadat? The tech.
I would say it's comparable, but again, the FSD capability is not there. In terms of like the monitor and all the features of what the car can do. You can press a button, and for example, if you're like you can use the technology to like level off your car. So like let's say if you're like on a hill or something. Well, the technology, you can press the button, it can level off your car.
Okay.
Because think about it, the intent of Rivian, they're more like catering towards outdoorsy type people.
Yeah.
So if you go camping, you don't want your truck like laying to the side, right? You want to be able to park where you want to park and then level that sucker off so you can use a camper. You can get back there, throw your little bed back there, and go to sleep and be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So it does have some cool features like that. But I would say relative to the tech, I'm not sure if it's as good as Tesla's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not convinced yet. I would say Tesla's thing still has the edge on the tech side. And I mean, that's not the only. I also not checked out, but I also did some research on some of the other car companies. I don't know what you saw, but I didn't see anything that stood out in terms of better tech than what Tesla has.
Right. Yeah, and listening to you, try to play it forward, like, yeah. So where's Rivian going?
Right.
It's a luxury vehicle. Sounds like it's a luxury vehicle.
It is luxury for certain. Right. It's luxury, yeah.
Right. So it's got a bunch of cool features. But yeah, when I see the Tesla, you can play it forward as far as like, hey, you won't have to drive. You won't be driving. The car will be driving you. Right. This is just a vehicle, like we said, and to me, that's the power in it, right?
Right.
That's the power in the whole Musk ecosystem.
Right.
And what's the end game for Rivian?
Well, just like, and that's a good one because again, remember we talked about that, that process in the last episode.
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't see them as, they're still a car company at this point. It's still a car company.
Right.
And if you know, if they're going to, and again, I'll be honest with you, when I first saw Tesla, man, I wasn't thinking autonomy. I was thinking, battery.
Right, that's right.
And I'm still on first base. He was already on home plate.
Right, yeah.
Third base, whatever,
both.
right?
You and me both, man. You and me both.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't see, and full disclosure, I read Rivian's prospectus before they as they were going IPO. I read it. Okay. And the way I thought about the company at first was, okay, EV, outdoors. They have this sort of as you say before, ecosystem of offerings for their customers, like insurance, for example. Oh, we're going to offer you, insurance through our company. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, is that really like tech or unique? Not really. Man. Not really. Right. So there you go. So now you get back. Now you're back in the car space. So what's the end game for them? I think the best they got right now is really to focus on the outdoors type of community. It's a nice car, awesome acceleration. I think I'm pretty sure it gets like, it's a pickup truck, man. That thing can go. I think there's 0 to 60 in like 1.9 or something crazy. Wow. It can move. It can move, man. Ain't no slouch. It's a hot vehicle, but I think that's the end game. That's it.
Luxury vehicle.
Luxury vehicle, man. Wow. Luxury, and do EVs need a luxury vehicle car? Yeah, because ICE is gonna go away. Right. ICE vehicles will go away. So if you went on the game earlier, like Rivian, and you see companies like Volkswagen, which I was kind of, I mean, not to drift here too much, but I did see it. I was kind of like, Rivian and Volkswagen. Like,
that was kind of. I was gonna ask you about that. Like, what you think? What you think Volkswagen sees in it? What do you think? What do you think they see in it?
I need to give it some more thought, but my initial thoughts of that is they just want access. They on the outside looking in, and remember, like most car companies, what they're doing right now is they're trying to pick a lane. We're gonna stay ICE. We're gonna go hybrid. We're gonna go all out EV. They're trying to pick a lane. Most car vehicles, especially the Europeans and the Asian car makers, it seems like a lot of them are going down this hybrid path. So I think with Volkswagen, they're saying, well, we have arguably, how do you call it, Adrian? Like a standard vehicle, almost like Toyota-ish type, right? Yeah. I can't think of a better word to use, but it's kind of like a Toyota-ish type of space, Honda type vehicle, and mid-market. There you go. They got a mid-market type vehicle. Okay. And they're saying, okay, well, if we can adopt your technology and put into a mid-market vehicle, because we already got the infrastructure, that's probably the play. That's the way I see it, man. I just, again, we talked about this. Can you make EVs at the same volume just like Tesla does? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Nah.
Do you think these folks just don't, why not just go license the tech from Elon, right? Just be like, hey, look, we want to put your tech in our car. Right? Yeah. And it'd be like the Intel chip or the AMD chip. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few major chip makers, right?
Well, I honestly, I think it's gonna happen. That's coming. Yeah, that's coming. I mean, just like you said before, right? You're gonna have to have it. Right. Ain't gonna be an option. Wow. You will have to have that technology in order to be able to sell the car, just like your TV
to sell the vehicle. That's right.
Just like your TV.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You were preaching that. You were preaching the last episode. That was preaching a little, right? I was repping a little, and you were speaking the truth, man. I'm telling you, that was real. So the license thing, I think it's coming. It's inevitable. I think in the last earnings call, it came up, if my memory serves me correct. and other car makers will be required. They're gonna have to jump on board, or else they car, just like you say, gonna be sitting in that lot.
We're sitting in that lot. Wow.
Sitting in that lot, man. So let's see. Now, what you know how it is with tech though. It's only so much time, man, before. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I think Apple, Samsung, they the leaders, right, in the that mobile phone space. And frankly, BlackBerry gone.
Right.
I can't even name an old telephone tech. Give me something.
Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilot, right?
Palm Pilot.
Right? Stuff going, man. So now the question is, can other car companies accelerate and catch up to what Tesla has done? And honestly, I mean, you can have an EV car, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get there, man. Because and plus, don't forget, he got the data.
Right.
What other car player got data? Data.
Yeah, and we know how powerful that is. I mean, the data is bought and sold. You know, if you got the data, I mean, that's what it's about today. And how fastly can you convert it and compute it, right? And get, no, you're right. You're right. That's pretty interesting. So it kind of begs the question. Look, man, I love this, man. It kind of begs the question: if you're in market for a new vehicle,
all right,
okay, I'm in the market for a new vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Like which? Because it almost seems like, hey, I can do this. I can get with this old strategy, this old offering, or this new offering, right? Or this offering that's going to take me forward, right? It's going to take me forward, right? That's the way I see it. Like, hey, like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just being real, just being full out honest with you, man. Full out honest with you. And I do have to say that I didn't bring it up last time, but when I was in the market for a vehicle, I was looking for a truck.
Okay.
And I believe I didn't want the light, but I wanted to be EV. And so I did look at I think GMC or Chevy was coming out with a truck. And I was like, oh, this is nice.
Okay.
But then it was like 2025 or 2026. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here. Right? No, man. No. Right? So, but yeah, so that's my question out there. Just, once this price point continues to drop, because these things continue to drop, right?
Right.
Drop like a rock. So, at one point, does a person jump on, right? Because these aren't luxury. They're not luxury vehicles. That's just not, right?
Right.
Like you said, you've owned the BMW, I've owned the Audi, and I'm just be honest. The interior quality is not the same. It's not.
True.
It's just not the same, dude. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same. True.
And but with everything else that's going on with the technology in the vehicle, it falls down. That everything else becomes less of a priority, right? It gets 5 stars in other categories that you're not even thinking about. This other stuff. So,
yeah. Look, I mean, and I know we were talking about some data before the show.
Yep.
You got the Kia. You got the Hyundai Ioniq 6 and 5 or whatever it is.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, here comes out of nowhere. It's like Tesla's in the mix. So Tesla got the market really covered at every price point. Now, the luxury that you were just talking about, and then we both talk about. So between the BMWs and the Mercedes and the Audis and the Lexuses over here, and then you got a Model Y. Well, you still got the Model X and you still got the Model S.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the line. They are the top of the line Tesla vehicles. So arguably, and I'm looking forward to when we have somebody on the show to talk about their Cybertruck. Pardon me.
Cybertruck. Yeah. We're gonna get that,
and we're gonna get that. Right?
Yeah.
And to hear about that experience, because I'm convinced that the luxury in those two top end vehicles on the Tesla side, probably pound for pound can get with some of those, the legacy luxury players.
Right.
So my point is, I think Tesla can go upstream, can go downstream.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. No.
Right?
Yeah. And it's proven because they have they got the fan base, right? We got folks that are willing to wait, willing to, I guess make pre-orders and wait on them, right? And now you're seeing more. I'm seeing more and more of them. Saw one today, to see more and more. Yeah, man. See more and more of them every day, man. Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I seen a couple. Let's see. What was that? That was my goodness. Where was I? I went down to our Miami office.
Okay.
This week. On Friday, and on the way down, see some Cybertrucks, man. They out there.
Yeah.
People buying them, and again, that price point is high.
Right. Yes, those are like over $100,000, right? Anybody 100 over 100? Yeah, it's not a cheap vehicle.
Not a cheap vehicle. People buying them. So I know it's a cool factor to it for certain. You know, shoot, that's probably what we should. We definitely got to get somebody on here to talk about Cybertruck, man.
Yeah,
Cybertruck.
Yeah, I think we got to do that, man. We got to do it. Yeah.
See what all the hype. I'm sure. Giving us a Tesla, I'm sure it's worth its weight. I'm sure. I don't even doubt it. I don't even doubt it, man.
Right.
I don't even doubt it. It's definitely worth its weight.
Right.
But I think when you compare what Tesla has been able to do in terms of being able to offer a variety of vehicles, different styles, different price points, I think that's a differentiator in of itself. Honda, they got one downstream vehicle done.
Right.
What's the other one? Kia, one downstream vehicle. That's it, done. No pickup truck.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they got the EV9, I think it is, right?
Yep. EV9. That's it, done. Got nothing to talk about.
You're right. You're right. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Ford has what, two, right? They got the Mustang,
the Mach,
and the Lightning, right?
Yeah.
Mustang and the Lightning.
It's so. I mean, I frankly, I don't know who'd want a EV Mustang. I mean, it's kind of like,
yeah.
If I'm going muscle, I'm going muscle, man.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Teach his own, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
So what's up, man? We want to jump into this Optimus, or we're gonna hold that one for next time, man?
No. We'll hold that one.
Okay.
Let's hold that one. Right.
Okay. All right.
We've yeah, because I think what we got to do is do some more on that, more research on that one.
Yeah.
And and it goes back to what you really get when you purchase, when you enter in the Tesla world.
That's right.
Right? It's a door, right? And I'm almost kind of seeing it's like you got a door, and look, with any other vehicle, right? I never saw it like this, but you enter in, there's this door. And once you go in that door, you see all these possibilities.
That's real talk, bro.
All these other possibilities that go beyond driving.
Way beyond.
Way beyond driving.
Way beyond, man. Way beyond. And again, and to your point, way beyond driving, man, we right around the corner from you ain't even driving.
Right.
We right around the corner.
Yeah.
You're just a passenger. I love to drive too, man. I know you love to drive. I love to drive, man.
Yeah.
But if I could pay to be a passenger without getting on a bus or without getting in a taxi, without having to pay someone, and it's my vehicle, and I can be a passenger in that vehicle and a driver at the same time.
I invite all of our listeners, for one, hit like and subscribe to us.
That's right. Hit that.
Yeah. But two, I invite all our listeners to watch the quarterly earnings call.
Yeah.
I invite you, right? If you're a stockholder, you're a non-stockholder, you're interested, you're not interested, I just invite you to listen to the quarterly earnings call, right? And listen to Elon, listen to his team. And I think it helps you bring everything together. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
And when I watched it, I don't know about you, Sadat, but when I watched it, I was on the road to actually I was in the midst of FSD going to South Carolina.
Okay.
taking my son to a tournament, basketball tournament.
Okay.
But it was just like, man, it got to be so good. I had to call my pops and was like, Pops, I can't believe it. This man working on stuff like you got to get up. I don't know where you at right now, but you got to get up. You got to stop what you doing. Right? And get up, man. It's coming. It's coming, man.
It's a train, bro.
It's exciting. It's
definitely exciting, man. And to your point, listeners, get in on this. Start picking. I know you probably heard of Tesla, you probably seen a Tesla, but it's more than that vehicle that you've seen on the street.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. You're right. Well, cool, man. This is I think this will wrap up another show. This will wrap up our second episode.
Episode 2.
Yep. So once again, we appreciate you guys and gals for tuning in to us. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for us, right? We appreciate it. And we'll be working on some additional content. We're going to get into this Optimus, right? We're going to get into Elon's earnings call when he was talking about really utilizing the dead time. He wants to utilize the time that you're not driving the vehicle.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch that one, right? He wants to utilize the time that you're not using the vehicle.
I'm excited about that one, man.
Woo.
I'm excited.
Is Ford doing that? Is GM doing that? Is BMW doing that? Is any other car maker worried about what you're doing with the vehicle when you're not driving?
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all, bro.
So we're gonna get into that, right? We're gonna get into that.
All right.
Definitely we've got some good guests that are on the way as well. We're gonna be talking to some folks that converted from ICE to Tesla. I know I got a business acquaintance that recently went from an F-150 gas truck to a Model S.
There you go.
And he told me he was going to do it. I think I told you that, right? He told me he was going to do it like 3 months ago. And when I pulled in the parking lot on Thursday, it was there.
There you go.
It was there. It was there. It was there, man. So,
listen, man. Not surprised. Again, not surprised. Not at all. Not at all, man.
No surprise, man. Well, cool, man. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you, brother. We'll get at it again.
All right. Hey, thanks. Talk to you later. All right.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye-bye. Yeah.